let's talk anime. Hello and welcome to Brandon's Discuss Anime, a Reckless Amoeba podcast. I am your host, Brandon Horvath, and with me are my co-hosts, Brandon Falinger.
Hi, ho, ho, ho. He, ho, ho.
Awesome. And also with us, Ryan Stokely.
Yo, what's up, guys?
So, I wanted to bring this up last session, but our banter portion got a bit too long, so I am holding it off until now. About a month ago, the full version of Dungeon Munchies dropped as a beta.
Cool, that means it's not officially released yet.
The end of July it will. And for the amount, since I have been playing the beta, the amount they added is, to me, a bit disappointing. It's a fun game. I wish they would have added, 45 minutes, maybe an hour more to it. But just like the hype that was out, it's like, oh yeah, it's dropping soon. So I just feel like with the amount they added, they could have released the game 2 months ago. But it is really fun, and we are probably going to play it on here when it drops in full.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cautious optimism.
Simmer is best girl.
Well, that just means that she's a tsundere, now doesn't it?
I think we brought this up, and she
Look, you may have told me, I don't know for sure until I actually play this game, alright? So until that happens, I'm gonna keep making fun of you and say that she's a tsundere.
She is, in the fact that, small spoiler, she cares more about her employees than she leaves on.
Makes sense for you, then.
Yeah, she's like, oh yeah, those jerks. Oh, you can do this, but secretly she actually does care about them. So, I guess that could be defined as some level of tsundere.
I don't know, man.
And my only other real complaint that I will probably bring up as we play this, but it's kind of defined as a Metroidvania, except it doesn't have the whole revisiting old areas with new power type of Metroidvania. It is extremely linear.
I mean, that can be okay. I don't know if I like it, though.
But, the amount of combinations of your abilities is extraordinary. I think
I mean, that sounds like a lot of roguelikes.
Yeah.
I don't know what exactly defines a roguelike.
You die, and you have to restart at the beginning. But there are some, I'm thinking more roguelite, but there are permanent buffs that you can keep in the meantime.
So this is more RPG-esque. Well, RPG elements to it, but it is basically platformer Metroidvania, so no roguelike elements, but you do have I think it's over 10 billion combinations, but 80% of them don't have any synergy at all.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
I mean, that again still sounds like a roguelite thing. What's the game I'm thinking of here? Binding of Isaac.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can't. I assume you're not keeping the synergies once you die.
Yes, you are keeping all your equipment, all your weapons, all your powers.
Okay, then I don't know how I feel about that. Based on what you're telling me, at least.
Well, it's like a
'Cause,
big
like, maybe you're just not explaining it well. Because, like,
yeah.
when you say synergies, that makes me feel like, oh, cool, you're going to get a bunch of random items throughout the whatever dungeon you're going through, but if you die, those things go away, and you have to get them again later.
Like I'm using synergy in the way of A, B, and C flow well together with your
No,
current.
you're right, but to me, my brain goes, oh, Binding of Isaac, oh, uh, it's only good for this run until you try again.
Okay. I'm kind of
Mhm.
like I'm using it in like you know what I'm getting at. Kind of like a Fate Go where servants pair well together.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm using synergy in that sense.
Yeah, that's like we understand that.
I'm maybe using the word synergy in the wrong
No,
context.
well, because just if you die, you'd lose it all. Like, yeah, so you're probably it's probably not like a roguelite kind of game if you don't like lose anything when you die.
No.
Like, yeah, all right, because it's not like you get gold or whatever to buy upgrades, permanent upgrades, like
No
Vampire
permanent. No.
Survivor,
Well, like you can
kind of like
permanently
that.
upgrade your equipment, but that's about
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
And by equipment, I mean recipes. Because there is cooking involved.
Of course there is.
Yes, I like food.
I couldn't tell.
What does the slime taste like? How do you cook this snail?
Very slowly.
With salt.
And I think one of the chapter 2 recipes is pineapple pizza, and the description said, like, the cursed recipe.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, dude. I'm tired of fucking people talking shit on pineapple and also pizza.
This is the true war of our time.
It's fucking bullshit, dude. Pineapple and pizza taste delicious.
Ham and
And
pineapple. Yes.
Hell, I'll just take regular
no, just
pineapple and that's it,
pineapple and
too.
pizza too, dude.
The Japanese put corn on their pizza, and that was pretty good.
Don't see
I
why
don't
not.
know. Yeah. But also, I don't know why I put corn. Like, literally any other vegetable. Like, I've seen peas. The Swedes do bananas.
Really?
And I want to
I
try
didn't
it.
realize it was the Swedes, but I had heard of banana on pizza. I don't know how I feel about
Yeah.
that one.
At least, like, the people I've talked to were Swedish, and I've never heard anybody else mention it.
Huh. So, that's it for me and my section. Ryan, what's going on with you?
Not much, just riding my bike around everywhere.
Getting those quads going?
Yeah, I think I rode like 60 miles like this week
Ooh, nice going.
total. So like, yeah, about 2 or 3 days
Hmm.
riding around for a couple of hours after work.
Pretty soon the cops are going to hire you as a bike cop.
Dude, I
You're gonna
went
have
to
squads. Chase down those shoplifters.
yeah, I went. Well, I have a back. I like wear a backpack, and I went to TJ Maxx, and I was wearing my backpack, and like 3 women that worked there like swarmed me because I had a backpack on, and like out of nowhere, this lady came like walking real fast behind me, stops like 2 feet next to me, and just started scanning shirts. She's like, "Oh, I'm just scanning these shirts." I'm like, "Okay." And then like this other lady went in front of me and was like looking at me, and she was like scanning shirts, and then another lady was just like literally refolding folded clothes.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna get a thing and get out of here because they made me feel like I stole from them. I didn't even fucking do anything. I was trying to buy a fucking shirt.
I just wanted a shirt.
Yeah, I didn't even get to like. I mean, first off, their men's section at TJ Maxx is like one rack, And then the rest of the store is like all women's clothes and shoes. And then like furniture on another side.
What's a man doing in our store?
Yeah.
You're walking. I just
bigger-
wanted to buy a kilt.
Yeah. Dudes just want to fucking buy clothes sometimes. Why can't we have clothes and not just one rack?
Men wear clothes too.
Yeah.
We
Anyway, that's
sometimes
good.
like to look nice.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
This is why I only would have like plain black t-shirts and basketball shorts. All right, go ahead, guys.
Brandon.
I'm done.
You were you were talking about Dungeon Munchies, and that reminded me of another game that is currently in early access, but that I've been hearing a lot of good shit about. I have heard about a game called Vampire Survivors.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's very much it's on Steam, by the way, so if you want to pop that open, you can take a look at it. It's very much
really fun.
kind of looks like old school Castlevania style, like what's the word I'm looking for here? Pixel art, right? But it kind of becomes insane at certain points. Like you're fighting waves of zombies and you become the bullet hell itself. You're the one shooting out all the bullshit.
Oh.
These hordes of zombies / vampires / whatever they are.
Yeah, it's a roguelite game.
Yes.
And yeah, I have like all the characters unlocked except for one of them, I think.
$2.99.
It's very cheap too.
It's worth it, dude. I think I have like I don't know how many hours I have on it.
I have heard that depending on what you can get, you can literally just sit there and the thing will like run itself.
Dude,
like,
yeah.
You don't even if you get enough shit, you don't have to do anything.
Pretty much, dude. It's very hard to do, but yeah, it's definitely fun when that happens.
So yeah, I've been hearing about that one for the last couple of weeks. I'm probably gonna pick it up. It'll be like the first game I buy for the Steam sale, even though it's not technically on sale. I haven't actually bought anything else yet. I'm looking at a couple. Frostpunk, maybe. I've heard that's got some stupidly weird things going on in it.
Yeah.
Don't know. I'm scrolling through my list of things that I might want to get, and I don't know what else I would want to get yet.
Sorry to interrupt, but I picked up RPG Maker VX8 Ace.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to like look into that and try something with that, but I've never actually gone and bought the thing.
Yeah, I think it was like $10.
I had the PlayStation edition back in the day.
Oh, really?
And it came with I would say maybe like 3 or 4 hour campaign to show you what you can do with it.
Interesting.
Pretty
But
cool.
that's it for me, really.
Okay. And Steam defines Dungeon Munchies as an action-adventure RPG. So, there we go. Okay, Orion, today's anime is Komi Can't Communicate.
Komi Can't Communicate?
Yes.
Let's see. Main character is in like going cross country. I don't know what country, but going cross country with their parent, like going to visit their grandparents or something, and they get into a car accident. Main character's in a coma, and it's just the character's like imagination, I guess. They're kind of like having an out of body experience. They can, I guess, partially dreaming and partially like seeing themselves out of body.
Okay.
Seeing that what?
All right, so
sorry, please rework. I had to do something quick.
Yeah.
Retell me the plot that you've come up with.
The main character, Komi.
Yep.
Is going cross country to visit their grandparents.
Okay.
Get into a car accident. They're in
Yep.
a coma.
Okay.
Then they believe that they're awake out of the coma, but they are just having an out of body experience.
Is it an out of? Okay. All right. You know what? Yeah. Sure.
While they're in a coma.
Well, because my thought, right,
mm-hmm.
was, is this a shared dream going on between all the people that were in the coma?
Well, no, it's just this person.
Okay.
Everyone else was fine in the accident. They didn't. They're injured, but they live. Except for the main character, Komi's in a coma, and just having out of body experience. So it's like their spirit, wandering around, kind of checking on people.
I was going to say...
It's in the boys' bathroom. What's going on in here?
Yeah. I was
they
going...
can't see me.
That would be something that the Japanese wordplay would do, like Komi and Koma, but I'm not too sure if Koma would be the same word in Japanese.
I don't know. Yeah, either that or they're in the car accident, and it's the classic, they were in a coma the whole time.
All right.
It's, what happens, they get into an accident. Then from there, they're still driving or whatever. That, it kind of resets or something. It makes it so you don't know they're in a coma.
Mm-hmm.
And then, stuff happens. And then slowly things start to unravel. And then they wake up and they're in the hospital bed.
That has to be one of the darkest Orion things that we had in a while. And right before I reveal this, you saying shared dream, Brandon, just reminded me, I think it was Twisted Metal 2. One of the endings was everybody had a shared coma of the tournament.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
But then again, with Twisted Metal, I'm not too sure if they have a canon ending to them or not.
I want to say no.
I think the last one I played was Twisted Metal 2 or 3.
I haven't played many, but I have watched retrospectives on them.
I do know in Tekken, they do have more canon endings.
Oh, really?
I think, although they have 20-some characters, only 2 or 3 of the characters' endings will make sense in later games. But actually, Komi is a high school girl with extreme anxiety to the point where she can't talk to anybody.
Okay.
She is, although she wants to communicate with people, she can't force herself to. And this is about her trying to make 100 friends.
The 100 Good Deeds of Eddie McDowd.
I vaguely remember that title.
Boy becomes a dog, and his only way to break the curse is to be, a good kid and do 100 good deeds.
Wasn't he kind of an asshole when he was human?
That's the whole reason why he was cursed. He was a dick, and he was a dick to a witch. And that backfired.
Huh. Let me just pull this up for you, Orion. The left picture is her normally, and the right picture is her nervous.
So, can I also point out that it feels like Komi has a 90s anime kind of haircut going on?
Kind of.
With the super sharp edges for whatever reason. It feels weird. Oh, lovely.
Well, when was this made?
Season 2 just finished up about a week or two ago.
Okay.
So, it is possibly still going on, because I did take a sneak peek at the descriptions of the second season, and they end their first year of high school at the end of the second season. So there's probably going to be a season 3, maybe a season 4, because I think the manga may have over 350 chapters at this point. The manga is still going on, so I could easily see a third season out of this.
Okay.
And she does have more close friends as the series goes on, but there's like a bunch of reoccurring characters that like pop up for jokes every now and then. But the main characters are Komi, her, I wanted to say like kind of boyfriend, although nothing really came of it yet.
Romantic interest.
Yes, Tadano, and her ambiguous gendered friend Asuna.
What? Wait,
Ooh,
what
that's
was
wearing
the
like a
last
half
name?
upper half boy uniform, lower half skirt,
Yeah?
but
So-
also wearing like fucking super pumped up sneakers.
Yeah, and they don't have much cleavage, yet in the pool episode they were wearing a crop top.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, there are flat-chested people,
I know that,
which, you know.
but they did say when somebody admitted their love, they said like, "Oh, I'm a dude," but that hasn't been confirmed or denied.
Well, I mean, at the same time, it's like, cool, I'm ambiguous enough that I could just say this and get away with it, right? That's the other option.
Yeah?
Like, doesn't matter whether it's true or not. You don't have, like, you can't tell for sure.
Right. Because, like, didn't in middle school Tadano think they were male?
Well, yeah, because they were wearing a, like, they were doing, like, more male clothing at that point.
I kind of thought that was all the humor in that was pretty good.
It worked out sometimes. I think there were a couple of misses in there.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else was there. Who all did you mention so far? 'Cause I
The
had to
main
pop away
the
for a phone
main
call.
3.
Okay, all right. The next one was what? Agari, right? That was her name.
Yes.
Green-haired girl,
Mhm.
who I fucking love, except for the fact that she calls herself a dog constantly.
And she's a bit of a masochist.
Seems like that, yeah.
Because when they were planning a school festival, she was planning on becoming a whack-a-mole for Komi to hit.
Yeah.
Oh, and let's just say, even though she is shy around everybody, Komi somehow is extremely popular?
Yeah, because everybody seems to make mistakes about what the actual meaning behind her, like, not speaking and freezing means.
And this happens a lot to, like, everybody. Like, she goes into a ramen shop, the guy says, like, order, and she just looks, points, and starts quivering with fear. The guy just nods, gives her a bowl of soup.
We're both like all the ramen, like everything.
Or,
I'm just sitting there like, oh, okay, so we've also transitioned from fucking Koizumi now to Agari being our ramen dex. Got it. Because she's super and fucking intelligent when it comes to this shit.
yes, I was going to bring that up. We also have a Chinibio girl. If you remember, Love Chinibio and Other Delusions, Orion.
Bandages on the arm, fucking lost in her own
okay,
delusional fantasy world. Although she
Yeah.
seems a little more attached than people in that one.
Yeah.
You got what else was there?
The overly competitive girl.
Oh yeah, the one who just thinks she's suddenly Komi's rival because Komi doesn't talk. And she's like, oh my god, you think you're better than me?
It's like, oh, I'm sorry, Komi. I didn't mean to be such a sore loser. Wait, you're not accepting my apology. That means you want me to be your rival! Okay, Komi, it's on!
Right. Let's talk about what is probably the biggest problem character in all of this.
Okay.
Fucking Yamai. Ren Yamai. Where I swear to God, this girl's from the fucking Yakuza. Like, I don't care if you want to call her a yandere, right? There's plenty of argument to be made for her being one. My problem is more like the things she says and the way she says it feels like this girl has at least some connections to the Yakuza, whether that's family or something. Because these are like mobster threats. Like, her first episode where she's like the main focus, right, is basically just, I'm going to abduct Tadano, fucking tie him up and gag him in my room, try to basically replace him today, and be Komi's, like, bestest best friend, right? Take his seat in class next to her and everything. And then they're like, well, you know, maybe we should go to your place. You know, Asuna and Komi say that. And it's like, I don't know. I gotta hide that thing. Oh, man. You know what? It's fine. We can do it. It'll be good. Yeah, let's go. Like, she gets there, shoves him in a closet, asks him, what do you like better, the ocean or the woods? And through, like, the gag, he goes, the woods? Good, I'll bury you where no one can find you.
What the hell?
Just be quiet. And then locks the closet. And it's like, what the fuck, girl? Like, this is damn near Yakuza feeling level shit of just, like, there's yandere, and then there's taking it to, like, the mobster level. Like, there's nothing to say that she is or isn't affiliated in some way, like through family or something.
But didn't they say in, like, episode 1 or 2 that Komi making 100 friends will be harder than she thinks because everybody in high school has some sort of issue?
Yeah, everyone in high school is fucked up in some way. Like, it's a weird high school. Like, there's one just random background character who's just a ninja.
What?
Yeah. There's stupid points, especially with this character, where I'm like, he's just cheating. Like, there was a point where they're at a pool. Like, there's a pool episode, obviously. Mm-hmm. Where it's like, let's go underwater and see how long we can hold our breath. He's got a fucking bamboo snorkel under his mask. And I'm just like, he's cheating! This motherfucker's cheating!
And as of...
Like, okay, hold on, but before we get off, there's one last thing I want to mention about Yamai. This is also with the pool episode, but, like, Komi trips and falls at one point, scrapes her knee, has to go to the little nurse's area. Yamai and the other people around her that she, I guess, kind of, like, ropes into it, literally are going to file down the section of the pool where she fell with, like, metal files. And I'm like, what the fuck even is this? Am I not getting the joke? Is this a Japan thing? Like, what the fuck is happening with this?
Yeah.
And everybody hates Tanado for being friends with Komi.
Oh, they're all jealous. They don't hate him. They're just super fucking jealous. Like, the first time we meet Yamai and Tadano tries to speak to her, she literally calls him trash and that he should fucking die.
But everybody loves their god Komi.
Yeah, she's not the class president. She's the class god.
For class.
Fuck me, why?
Because everybody was voting for Komi as class president, and class president needs to be very vocal. They're, like, talking to teachers, talking to students, planning things. Tanado, why do I keep mixing up the consonants there? But
you're right. That's how it's supposed to be pronounced. That's how it's pronounced in the Japanese dub or the subs.
Tanado?
Tadano, yeah.
Okay, I was saying.
So the English
Tadano.
side has, like, messed with it.
No, I'm looking at it in front of me on a character list, and I'm messing it up.
Ah. Because you say it right the first time, and then you go and correct yourself, and I'm like, you were right this time?
Yeah, but Tadano is one of the only people that can talk to Komi without her being too shy, because she has like a notepad that is the only thing that she can communicate through.
He's kind of like an interpreter. Like even without writing, he can kind of get the gist of what she is thinking or trying to say. His specialty also, when he first you first meet him, is like, I can read the room.
You can't read the room at all, you jerk.
Yeah, he's kind of a failure.
Mm.
Can't read shit.
But, Tadanos is saying that, hey, Komi doesn't want to be class president. I'm opposing her. And so he eventually ropes people into saying, yeah, she deserves more than class president.
That was not Tadano. That was Asuna.
Okay, yes.
Todd, literally, once they the way it worked was once Komi was like christened class god or whatever, they're like, I guess Tadano will do as our class rep.
I kind of like Asuna's, I don't want to say like assholeness, but they are constantly messing with people.
Oh yeah, and taking advantage of everything at every possible moment.
Or like trying to flip the script on things to make it favor them.
Oh yeah, there's the fucking entire episode of the culture festival at the school where she's like, I'm gonna milk our fucking maid cafe and make a shit ton of money.
Yes.
It's like, what the fuck, man?
So I can tell by the end of this, Komi and Tadano will be a couple.
Most likely.
Yeah. Ryan, any major questions about this?
Not really. They're all most of the characters are around the same age.
All high schoolers.
Except for
Yep.
All
well, this season at least, all first year high school, like 10th
Well,
grade.
not really.
Oh, there's that second year student.
Yeah. They had that second year student during like the physical thing.
Mm-hmm.
So she was there. Who has like literal fire eyes?
And she always makes temperature references.
For some reason, I've got to assume her name means something to like warrant that.
Oh, I was reading that every you would love this, Brandon, but every character's name is a pun.
I hate my life.
What was her name?
Wow.
Natsuno means heat or fever.
Yeah, there you go. That I knew it. There had to be some connection there.
Wait, is it? Osuna Najimi means childhood friend.
Of course. What else could it possibly mean?
Because he is everybody's childhood friend.
Yeah.
Literally everybody in the class knew them when they were younger.
Somehow.
Okay, Igari Himiko. Igari's show means stage fright. The first character in her name can mean masochism.
Of course it does. There you go. There's the whole thing.
Yame Ren, her name could, when written differently, could mean lovesick. Nakanaka uses the same kanji as Chunibyo, or Chu.
Okay.
So, every character's name in here is a pun in some way, and you hating it so much tweaks it in, like, the positive column to me.
Of course. It's because you hate me.
I like puns, though.
You're a terrible human being. You need to stop enjoying puns.
Oh. And although although it was never brought up, what is Tanato's hair accessory?
Don't fucking know. You did mention it was like a lighter color than his hair at one point, because I thought it was like either the same or very close.
Yeah.
You're right. It is a lighter color, except for when his hair has like a shine on it. Then it's just about the same. Which might have been what I was thinking of.
Uh-huh.
But it looks like a little fucking flower. Like, for whatever reason, I think it's a flower. What did you think it was?
A
again?
star.
I don't think it's pointy enough. But here, let's let Ryan decide. Show him a picture. Get a picture of Todd enough.
I was pulling one up.
Let's let Orion decide. Is it a flower or a fucking star?
Yeah, let me see. The hell?
You're gonna be better off opening the original, I think, to get a better.
Yeah.
Oh, that's still small. Also, it's got 6 points, not 5.
I think it's a flower.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll take that point. Thank you very much.
Either that or like a cowlick or something.
It's a weird cowlick if it's that much of a different color to his hair.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe they want to show that he has a cowlick, so they made it prominent color.
Maybe.
I guess.
Maybe.
I don't know. Or he just has a shiny head.
But my one thing is that it tends to have fighting game physics, meaning sometimes it's on one side of his head, sometimes it's on the other.
Well, it's like Goku's hair, where it's like no matter what way he turns, it's always the same.
Yeah. And I'm not too sure if I like in anime when things are like that. I mean, like, it's just a little minor thing, but you get some anime studios that knows how to draw in 3 dimensions, but then you have some, it's like, okay, he needs that unique character shape. Let's draw that from any angle.
Mm-hmm.
So, one episode they do visit Komi's family. That was really interesting.
I'm still confused on the brother situation. So we see that Komi's mom, who looks almost identical to Komi but with short hair, is super talkative, is the exact opposite of Komi, right? We see the dad, who seems to be the one where she gets the social anxiety from.
Mm-hmm.
Though he's at the point where he's not like, quivering in fear at things, but he is super silent about it and doesn't like talking. So the next question, right, is what's the brother situation? Because he does talk when we first see him. Because like when I think it was when Komi made her first phone call because she finally got herself a phone, right? Mm-hmm. She was like all excited and kicking on her bed, and I guess must have been making too much noise, and her brother like comes in and you just see him for like half a second and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then after that, he never speaks again. We never hear him speak again. Every time he's on screen, he's silent. So I don't know if he has a problem or not anymore.
Or if he's just moody teenager silent type.
It could be that. I do like, though, how like when he goes to the school festival, they literally built a throne for Komi at one point at the school festival. Well, he gets there, and all the girls just shove him up on the throne because apparently he's just Mr. Hot Boy.
And, like, Komi's mother comes to the festival, they're like, Komi can talk! Like, ooh, I'm Komi's mother!
They thought it was just Komi again, because they look identical, other than one has short hair. And talks.
There is Tadano's younger sister, who's like, my brother's a moron.
Definitely says that a lot.
Especially when he cross-dressed in that one episode.
Oh yeah, and it didn't stop cross-dressing.
Everybody roped him into being a maid at the maid cafe.
Because they needed more people, I think, was the reasoning. It's like, we need more people in here. You need to get in.
I actually think it was more Asuna who wanted it.
Oh, no. Asuna totally wanted it. It was the excuse of like, well, we need people so that some of us can take a break. You know, you need to get in and do this too. It's why he was the person singled out.
But I would say this is the most I laughed at a recent anime. Like, I just loved, like, the cute, awkward interactions between Tadano and Komi.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It's definitely relatable, right?
Yeah.
I can totally relate to it. I can see the comedy in it. Like, everyone has been there where they've just been like frozen in fear of like, fuck, what should I do?
Yeah. Although I didn't have super social anxiety, I think
No, like, but there's been situations where you've had that fear of just like, what do I say or do?
Yeah, I think like
It's not been a constant thing like it is with Komi.
Yeah, I think like working in retail for as long as I have kind of broke that from me, but in high school, like, unless like some people within my circle of friends, I found it harder to make new friends.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, how do I even begin to talk to you? Like, I don't know what your interests are, so I can't say like, hey, how about that weather?
Yeah, right. You like the weather, right?
Hey, do you drink water? Hey, I do too!
Water tastes good, right? Yeah.
How about Stubbs barbecue sauce? I like to smoke meats and put barbecue sauce on meats.
Oh, crap, what was that one joke? Hey Peter Frampton, do you like toast too? As do I. It is crispy and a delicious place for jelly to lie.
I don't get the joke.
Mitch Hedberg?
Don't know it.
Wait, what was the joke again?
Like, hey Peter Frampton, do you like toast too? As do I. It is crispy and a delicious place for jelly to lie. It's like he met Peter Frampton at somewhere and he couldn't think of a way to start a conversation with him.
Yeah. I got you now.
I honestly think if Mitch Hedberg was still alive, he'd be voice on Bob's Burgers.
Yeah, he would be, I think, on a lot of stuff, man. For sure.
Yeah, because he just has that Bob's Burgers mentality to him, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The Bob's Burger mentality.
Yeah, but I would say romantic comedy, like, from a romantic comedy standpoint, this is a pretty good anime because now it doesn't really lean heavily into the romance point.
Yeah, not yet. Like, there's definitely nods to it a couple times through the episode, but it's not like the be-all end-all.
Yeah. I did find the first episode where, like, they wrote on the chalkboard for, like, hours, or supposedly hours on end. Like, that was really good. Like, Komi finally opening up to somebody.
Mm-hmm. Well, finally being able to, like, even communicate at all.
Because before that, did she even have her notepad to communicate in, like, middle school, elementary school, or...
It doesn't seem like it. Also, I'm not 100% sure how well she communicates with, like, the rest of her family besides her dad.
Or maybe they're like Tadano, who can kind of feel her vibe.
Maybe? I don't know. Because, like, there was a point where, I forget what she asked for, but she asked her mother for something, but we never hear her speak. So, did she write it down? Because her back was facing us when she did that. Did she, like, what did she do?
I thought she pointed
Did she
to
actually
something.
speak? We never saw it. All we saw was the back of her over a counter with her mother on the other side. We never saw anything as far as, like, whether she said something, whether she pointed at something, whether she wrote it down. Never saw it. No idea.
So Ryan, you like Super Smash Brothers, right?
Oh God, I forgot about this.
They have a Super Smash Brothers parody, and it is borderline great.
Was it just called? Wasn't it called like Swamp Bros or something?
Yes.
Swamp Bros.
With like Mario, like everybody's name was like mostly close.
Yeah, you've changed one consonant.
And like, although, wait, wasn't there Mario in like a school swimsuit?
I believe that was that. Yes.
And like Yoshi,
I forget what the Luigi was in.
like their Yoshi looked a lot more ferocious and not so cute.
Now, if this was me, I would have named him Moroshi.
Moroshi.
Or Yashi. What else? The physical, the ramen. Oh, and all these episodes, and did you not like the fact that they were short episodes that streamed together?
So, I was more okay with this one than I was the last one that we had that was like this.
Okay.
And I think that's because this one was actually following a consistent plot, whereas with the other one, it was just all over the place. I couldn't tell when something picked up, when something stopped. The only thing that kind of was mildly irritating with this one was just the fact that, like, I can't tell how fast things are going along, because I feel like within 4 or 5 episodes, we were suddenly going from, like, summer to fall, or winter, because their, like, uniforms changed. And I'm just like, wait, hold on, what? We're already, it's been less than half the season, and we're already changing the literal actual seasons.
Okay, so the first episode is the first day of high school, and the end of season 2 is, maybe the first day of second year. So, I'm not too sure the speed of the second season, but that may give you a time frame?
It depends, though, because, like, the time between each episode seems to be longer than what it... Like different. Like, it's different. It's not a consistent time between each episode.
And just the way this is written, I'm guessing they may skip over some manga chapters.
I mean, they're cramming a bunch, like 3 almost, I think, per episode in there, it feels like.
Oh, the second season does have a Christmas episode.
Which we clearly didn't get this time, because we've already passed by the winter years. Or the winter part of this year.
No?
What do you mean, no?
Japanese schools start in, I think, April.
Yeah, but I'm saying we started at, like, the regular time. We went into winter uniforms, and then we were out of winter uniforms.
Oh, okay.
There's no there was no Christmas thing this year, or this one. Like, I don't know what else to say.
Well, they did go into summer uniforms, and then back into fall uniforms.
I thought there were only 2. I thought it was summer and, like, fall, or winter, or whatever. I didn't think there was more than 2 styles of uniform that they had.
Oh, okay, then let's just break it down into summer and winter. Yes, but by the end of this season, they're back to their winter uniforms.
Yeah. Reversed. They're back to the summer uniforms.
Okay.
So anything that should have happened in winter, like a Christmas episode, did not happen. Or they didn't include it, one of the 2.
Yeah. Either that, or maybe some of these, well, I don't know, because episode 18 is a New Year's episode. 22 is Valentine's Day. So...
That's weird, because it seems to be jumping around then a lot.
I don't know. But all I know is part of, like, for 2 or 3 episodes, it's summer there, and then it's fall, and then to me, it ends midway through the first year of school, like in the fall. Because culture festivals, from what I understand, usually take place in the fall.
Well, then this isn't like following that, because the way that they've ordered the episodes has been like summer uniform, winter uniform, back to summer uniform.
Yeah, I haven't been taking a good look at the skirts of the characters.
It's not even the skirts; they're not wearing the overcoats.
Oh, huh.
Like they're just wearing the short sleeve button up shirts underneath.
Huh. So yeah, I do not know. Yeah. This was the first season, and so 12 half-hour episodes on Netflix or other services. The second season is another 12 episodes. So as of now, 24 in total. And will you watch the second season, Brandon?
I'd be willing to give it a go.
Same. Like, I enjoyed this enough that I'm like, I'm gonna keep following this. When was that? Okay, there was a little bit of crossover, but there was also an 8-episode live-action drama about this.
Oh.
And I'm just
cool.
maybe going to look in to see a few scenes of it to see how they pull off some of like the terrified Komi effects.
Mm-hmm.
Because like when she's scared, she's always like super wide-eyed like that.
I don't know that I don't know if there will be. I think it's just gonna rely on the actor's reaction.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, like, how can you be like that petrified? Wait, what do they have a picture of? Okay, she's kind of cute. Komi's actress. Ryan, would you have any interest in watching this?
I don't know. Maybe.
It's fine if you don't. Like, you might not like romantic comedy, coming of age, high school ones.
Yeah, I'm not too much into that.
Yeah, like I'm not super into romance, but like if it's light enough on the romance and leaning more towards the comedy of romantic comedy, I'm like, yes. I guess that wraps up this episode. Anything you want to add, Brandon?
I don't got much now.
So we'll be taking a roughly month summer break, and when we come back, we will see the director's true vision for his series that he just had to get out as soon as possible if he wasn't delayed and sidetracked several times. Oh my god. So many delays. So until
All the
then,
delays.
we'll catch everybody later.
See ya.